It's day 3 of our Record Store Day road trip. We're in St. Petersburg, Florida right now, and we're stopping over at Bananas Music, who is the world's biggest record store, with over 3 million albums in 3 buildings. Let's check it out. We're here at Bananas Music. Doug, Michelle, tell us about your store, a short history about it, or how it came to be.
Oh, it's we started off, of course, as usual, families thinking about what we might want to do. We both worked for, Michelle worked for an insurance agency and I worked for the government, and we didn't want to do that anymore. So we decided on a bookstore, and that was 38 years ago.
1977.
1977. But somewhere in the process of owning the bookstore, we bought an estate that had a large amount of records, and we put them in the store. They sold so well, we decided that that would be something that we'd like to do. From that point, we got rid of the bookstore and transitioned into just records and
purely
what you see now.
accidental.
It was, yeah.
We weren't big record collectors. We had a record collection at home, but we weren't big collectors. It was just kind of accidental.
Mm-hmm. Just seeing that people were interested in these things. So I can remember the first year or so, records were 25 cents or 5 for $1, and I think some of the things that sold out of there are
Lots
pretty
of money
big.
now.
Yeah.
When did you make the decision to start carrying new inventory as well?
Not until the CDs came out, not 82, 83, we were selling used CDs. I'm sorry, we were selling used records. And then when CDs came out, the very first CDs were classical, so we had a small bin of new classical CDs. And then shortly we started buying them as people were trading them in on other new. But we never had new vinyl back then. We didn't have any distributors.
The only ones we had were cutout companies. We did a lot of new.
Yeah, but not new releases.
No, we didn't do that until CDs came out.
We're buying CD collections in rows and getting some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
But there are a certain number of people, because we're a full service store. We don't carry just indie rock or just punk that would, attract a certain age group. We have customers in their 80s or whatever, and a certain amount of people will never go back to another format. They're going to stick with what they've had the last 30 years. So they're still buying a lot of CDs. So we sell as many used CDs as we do used vinyl, probably.
I see. Why are independent record stores important to a community?
I think it's because you can go to a place like that and there's always somebody there that knows about music, and you walk in and they can make recommendations. Of course, in the big stores, you don't get to listen to anything except what's piped in over the speakers. Here, you've got listening booths. You've got people who are interested in music and who can converse with the customer about. If they see you looking at something or listening or buying something, they can recommend other things. They say, if you like this, I think independent stores is the only place you'll find that.
Well, we also have loyal customers, and so over the years we're not a big box store, so we remember our customers and what they like and their names, and we're a weekly visit for many people. So
well, some of the big box stores are all gone.
Yeah.
So I guess the independent stores is what's necessary.
A lot of people are predicting that even though vinyl has come back very good, very solid in sales number, especially new vinyl, do you think that it's getting ready to pop?
We don't see
it yet. I don't feel it. That doesn't mean it won't happen. Because it's riding on the tails of the youth coming in, and I think the biggest problem is if they don't start reissuing some of the things they all want, we all have run out of it. I mean, the Pink Floyds and the Led Zeppelins and all those records, we used to have the box lots of them, but they're gone. I mean, they all want the same thing, it seems like. So unless they start reissuing those in great hordes, I'm afraid they'll lose interest. You know what I mean? If they can't get the items that they want, and they're not readily available used because they've just all been purchased up.
Well, clean ones. And the price of some of the new stuff, I mean, we just don't see the reason for this, for a fairly outrageous price on some of the releases. There's
That's
nothing you
true.
can do about
I'm not
it.
sure that's sustainable.
And that, I think, might be more reason for its demise, is because how many kids can afford a $30 record?
Other than the wholesale price, what are some things that labels and distributors could do to make your jobs easier as owners and more successful as a record store?
Go back to giving us promos. to
Yeah.
play for our customers. You know, a lot of times they're so stingy with any of that anymore that half the time we either have to purchase one to play ourselves, or someone will go to Spotify or something just to play whatever song is from the thing. Posters,
more posters, yeah.
you know, things like that that we
Mhm.
used to get live. We used to plaster the windows with them, but they don't offer any of that. And there's no person to contact. So we used to have a Capital rep, we used to have a WIA rep. They're all gone. They don't do that anymore. So there's no personal relationship with labels.
The deal has changed too. When you buy vinyl, there are no returns if it doesn't sell. So they want, we have to take a chance on things. It means if they were offering at least a percentage return, we could risk more and put more things in stock.
Let's talk a little bit about Record Store Day.
Okay.
You guys are participating in Record Store Day?
We are.
Okay.
Yes.
There's many positives and many negatives against Record Store Day. Some either love it, some hate it, some are kind of middle of the road. Is Record Store Day essential for independent record stores?
No, I don't think so. I think it.
I disagree.
Okay, well, I think it helps. Yeah, I think it helps bring your store to the front, you know, if you do a good job. But if you're a good store anyway, people who are record collectors seek you out. I have talked to a lot of people all over who own stores about Record Store Day, and the idea that Record Store Day is really good for independents is usually no. And that being said, it's because it's so expensive to participate in Record Store Day.
Every year when Record Store Days, we see new faces, and I think that's why I say the concept of the media paying attention, and then there's going to be new people getting involved in vinyl. So I don't know how essential it is, but it certainly helps.
Is it worth the hassle?
It's only one day.
It's only one day.
What's the best part about owning an independent record store?
Nobody tells us what to do.
Well,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah, we get.
You don't tell me what to do.
No, but I mean, if we were part of a chain, we do things probably that if you were a business graduate wouldn't work very well. We carry things that I don't see customers for weeks and even months at a time. I mean, classical records, opera things. It's our love of a broad range of music. But surprisingly enough, people travel from long distances because of that. They expect to find something different here. But yeah, being independent, we work for ourselves.